makes its way along through those hazy conditions there at the 1400. The red light has been switched on. Set for the second. Gates go back racing. Middle Earth had missed the start by a couple of lengths, and Arcadia Prince is second last as they jump. Mrs. Brown's Boy the first to leave over Mad Brad, who'd hopped out of the gates quickly from Woodsville. Denim Pack and now Broker going through. A length and a half behind those to Red Publisher as they'd settled down, going out by the 1100 mark, and then Ragazzo Doro after one Arcadia Prince and more than 2 lengths Middle Earth. Woodsville goes up, joins Mrs. Brown's Boy as they come along the riverside of the track with 900 to travel. A length clear of Mad Brad, who's going easily there in third placing. Over on the rails then Broker fourth, getting a good trip as Mrs. Brown's Boy again kicks up and starts to assert its supremacy at the head of the field. Followed further back by Ragazzo Doro, Red Publisher. Parnham's patiently handling the favourite Arcadia Prince, and behind him a length away there is Middle Earth. They come by the 550. Mrs. Brown's Boy had snuck 2 in front now from the old fellow Woodsville, calling it a day, and around him quickly goes Mad Brad and squeezing up near the fence and getting away from the sticks too. Broker coming into the corner, trying to find a little bit of room here as they straighten up for the judge. Well back Arcadia Prince, Ragazzo Doro down to the 250. Mrs. Brown's Boy again kicks a length and a half clear from Mad Brad, battling away Broker. Arcadia Prince keeps coming down the outside. Mrs. Brown's Boy in front, clinging on. Arcadia Prince lunging, cutting it down, grabbed it I reckon on the line. Maybe Arcadia Prince from Mrs. Brown's Boy, Mad Brad third, Broker fourth from Red Publisher. In behind them then came Ragazzo Doro, Middle Earth. Wider out is Denim Pack, and the old fellow pulled up to finish back last of all, Woodsville. Arcadia Prince, number 4, ridden by Chris Parnham. Number 4, Arcadia Prince. He was conceding Mrs. Brown's Boy a healthy head start with 200 metres left to run, but has really pulled out a big finishing burst. The Piero 4-year-old for trainer Adam Durant, ridden by Chris Parnham, has cut Mrs. Brown's Boy down in the very shadows of the line. Mad Brad back there third from Broker and Red Publisher. The money off the mark with Ragazzo Doro. The winner will pay $170 and $104. Mrs. Brown's Boy $260. Mad Brad $2.30. Owned by Peters Investments. A Piero gelding out of Arcadia. Ridden to victory by Chris Parnham, and that's the horse's 5th win now in 11 starts. And it did take the length of the home straight to cut Mrs. Brown's Boy down. Alan Kennedy certainly made it known that he wanted to hold the front at all costs, and kicked away. Almost had the race within his grasp, but has gone down in the absolute last stride, with Arcadia Prince arriving in the nick of time. We stand by for all other details after race 2. The third, the Hose Masters on site service handicap, 1100 metres at 2:43. Number 11, West 54th, is the scratching out of the next on the program. Okay, whether or not we get to Britt, not quite sure. Let's see how we go over there as Britt comes back now, and she's with winning rider Chris Parnham.
Thanks, Darren. And Chris opens up his account today. And Chris, you've been able to take over from Pikey and earn all his rides today. This is a short odds favourite. Do you feel the pressure?
A little bit, with the pressure going to these days. But yeah, obviously at the same time, I'm privileged to be in this position to be able to get the good rides. And yeah, good to get the win.
It was a nice win too. You gave them a bit of a head start, but he showed a nice turn of foot down the outside. Yeah,
it wasn't one of my better rides. I got too far back and nothing took me into the race. So I got flung wide in the corner, and for him to pick up and run over the top of the leader was a top effort.
We know that there's a suspension looming for you. You made the decision to ride today. What's a pass mark for you today to justify choosing to ride today instead of next week?
Oh, I guess just winning a group race or two.
Or 3?
Or 3 will be nice. I guess that'll justify it, but I won't know until next week, until I see the result of the railway.
Oh, well, best of luck. Hopefully it's all justified today. Well done, Chris.
Thank you.
And Bob Peters joins us now. Arcadia Prince third up this preparation and wins nicely. Bob, that was a big effort.
Yes, it was a slowly run race and he came home and just got there.
Were you a bit nervous, say, when Chris was a long way off them, second to last, but he just showed his class there, Parnham?
Yeah, well, it just looked like it was going to be one of those runs where you say he ran a a great race, but we just got beaten.
What do you do with him now? What's his goal coming up in the next month?
I haven't got any goal. We're just looking at, we'll have a look at the program in a couple of weeks' time, and we spaced his runs on the way through now, and we avoided the York Cup with those two that we thought would be hard to beat, and this was an easier race.
What's his level, Bob?
He has to improve a bit to be in the top grade, I think.
It's a big day. Who's your best chance? Acadia Queen in action. They both look pretty tough to beat in the 2 Group 3s.
Oh, I think our best chance we've just had.
Thanks, Bob. Best of luck.
That gets me off the hook.
Yeah, it does. Bob's best. It's already won. Acadia Prince, Mrs. Brown's Boy, Mad Brad and Broker. 4, 7, 2 and 5. Red Publisher wasn't a bad effort. The Lancel and Galloper finishing hard down the outside. Okay, that's race 2. We'll be back before race number 3 and the horses in the yard in about 20 minutes' time.
All night, no phone, no cares, I was dumb and so young. My room singing Michael Jackson, never under pressure. Those days it was so much better. Feeling cool in my youth, I'm asking, does anyone remember how we did it back then?